6 to 8 months on the sidelines with a broken ankle. I mean, we all saw what happened with Luke Shaw when he suffered a broken shin. He was out for a very long time. In fact, the entire season after that. So our prayers do go out to him, and we just hope that he can recover pretty quickly on that one. But whilst we're still looking at that, we are going to be looking at what is going to happen in terms of the test match, which is going to be played between Zimbabwe and West Indies. And we got to talk to Tatenda Taibu this morning, and he was outlining why we had a debutant or two debutants in the likes of Tendai Chisoro as well as Nyasha Mayavo coming through for that one. And it was interesting to see that he did justify at the end of the day that we're looking for a wicket keeper that we can push and turn into a batsman, whilst at the same time, if we have another attacking option in the likes of Tendai Chisoro as well, who will come through as an attacking left arm off spinner, he can help out with Graham Creamer, who is an attacking right arm leg spinner, and that will offer some form of variation outside of the part-timers that we usually have.
All right, yeah, that's something though that we will have to scrutinize and find out whether or not it works. I mean, the first test is on Saturday. It should be interesting to see whether we can play to our strengths. One thing I do know there is, Dean said it himself yesterday, that the last time we had even a strong wicket keeper, was Tatenda Taibu himself. Now we have a specialist. Yeah, let's see if the specialist can deliver, because he's been brought in to do a job, to keep, to be a wicket keeper. He has to be a good one. You don't really have to take wickets there.
Yeah, look, it's going to be difficult because you always expect the wicket keeper to be able to do a little bit more than just, keeping wicket. You would expect him to also be able to bat. But look, we'll see if the strategy works, as you rightly said, and we'll be monitoring that match as it goes on, and we'll be hoping that all of that will work in their favor. But looking at some other news as well, moving over to cycling news, Chris Froome has scooped the coveted Velo d'Or. Almost like a Ballon d'Or for cycling, but the Velo d'Or. After what has been his best year in cycling, incidentally, his award came on the day the route of the 2018 Tour de France was also unveiled. So Froome won the Tour de France for a fourth time and the Vuelta a España for a first time, and a World Time Trial bronze to claim the prize for the world's top rider. So the award is nominated by International Cycling Media and organized by the French publication Velo Magazine. Froome had this to say about the 2018 Tour de France route.
Still very early to say exactly what we're up against, but I wouldn't expect any different from the Tour de France organizers. We've got a massive challenge for next year. A Tour de France that really tests every aspect of cycling. We've got gravel roads, we've got cobbles, we've got a lot of maybe windy, dangerous stages in the first half of the tour. And then obviously we go up into the Alps and the Pyrenees for some brutal mountain stages as well. Yeah, that's gonna make the Tour de France very nervous, especially until we reach the Alps and the first summit finishes. It's going to be a very nervous race, and that region is around Bretagne, and that northwestern part of France is known to be very windy. So I'm sure that will play a big part as well.